Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, you're welcome. Please don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below, and please click on the bell as well. Thank you so much. So the last update about Jodha and AKBAR was how everyone was celebrating Jodha's pregnancy, and suddenly Mark Chichak's weapon, that is Khaibar, comes to the celebration and started fighting with everyone. And at the end of the day, Khaibar kidnapped Jodha and took her to the jungle, and Jalal also goes to the jungle to look for Jodha, and Jalal saw Jodha, and Jalal stabs Khaibar from the back. That was the last update. Let's continue from there. Jalal and Khaibar started fighting, and Khaibar angrily looks at Jalal. Khaibar beat Jalal's soldiers, and Mahansin tries to undo Khaibar, but Khaibar beat Mahansin as well. Jalal comes there and started fighting with Khaibar, and Khaibar leaped Jalal and throws him away. Jalal get up and shouted at Khaibar as he was approaching Jodha, and Jalal runs to Khaibar, and Jalal owed Khaibar, and he sits on Khaibar's head and beat him. But Khaibar throws Jalal away, and Khaibar was about to smash Jalal under his feet. But Jalal moves away and attacks Khaibar's feet with dagger, and Khaibar shouted in pain. Jalal get the sword and he was about to kill Khaibar, but Jodha comes there and stops Jalal. Jodha says that Jalal should not kill Khaibar because Khaibar was the one that saved her from Mark Chichak's soldiers, and Jalal throws away the sword. Khaibar falls on the ground, and Jalal and Jodha hug each other, and Khaibar looks at them. Jalal says to the soldiers that Khaibar saved Jodha's life, so he will not kill Khaibar, but because Khaibar is Mark Chichak's man, then they should put Khaibar in the jail. Jalal asks Jodha if she is fine, and Jodha knows that yes. Jalal touches Jodha's tummy to be sure that their child is fine, and Jalal says that Jodha should come and he will carry her back to the palace. But Jodha says that she will walk to the palace and Jalal should not worry. Jalal and Jodha comes back to the palace, and all the soldiers and the people were chanting for Jalal's name because Jalal caught the beast called Khaibar. Hamida smiles looking at Jalal and Jodha, and Jalal takes Jodha inside the palace. Khaibar looks at Jodha and he remembered his master's words to Mark Chichak that they have made Khaibar's body an animal body, and Khaibar will not spare the person whose blood he smells, but Khaibar is still a human after all, and he has a heart, and animals need food and shelter to live, but a human need love to live. So they have to see if Khaibar would continue to act like an animal, or if Khaibar would think from heart like a human. In Harem, Jodha says to Hamida that she was saved by Jalal, and the doctor checks Jodha and applies creams on Jodha's wound, and Jalal goes with Mahan to tighten the security of the palace, while Khaibar was already in the jail. At night, Jalal was with Jodha, and Jalal says that Jodha should not worry because he has tightened the security now, so Jodha doesn't need to worry about anything. Jodha feels her child's movement in her tummy, and Jalal says that he will call the doctor, but Jodha says that there is no need. Jalal says thank God that Jodha is fine and their child is fine too. Jodha says that the child's father has protected them, and that is why fathers are like God to their children. Jalal says that Jodha should not say that, and Jodha should not make him look like a god for their child, because he just did what he was supposed to do, which is to protect them, because he just cannot bear to see that his wife or his child will get hurt because of him. Jalal says sorry that Jodha had to suffer a lot, and Khaibar took Jodha away from Harem. Jodha says that there is no need because she knew that Jalal will come and save her, and she has faith in Jalal. Jalal says that Jodha is the world's best wife, and Jodha says that Jalal is also the world's most loving husband, and both Jalal and Jodha hug each other. Jodha does prayers, and Jodha was going. Then Moti asks that where is Jodha going to? Jodha says that she is going to give offering to Jalal, and Moti asks Jodha to come back fast because Jodha have to eat something. Jodha says that she will not eat because it is Ramadan, so she is fasting today, and in the evening, Moti can give her water and date on iftar time, and Jodha goes to Jalal. Jalal was trying to paint, and he says that it is difficult to paint. Jodha comes there and gives Jalal offering, and Jodha sees her painting at one side, and Jalal trying to repaint it on the other side, and Jodha smiles. Jodha asks Jalal that what is he doing, and Jalal says that he is trying to make a painting, but he cannot do it. Jodha says that Jalal may be tired because of the fast, so Jalal couldn't make it, but Jalal says that it is nothing like that. Jalal says that just like the way Hindus fast for Khaibar and they get strength, so it's the same way God give them strength as Muslims to fast for Ramadan as well, and he can even fight and win battles in Ramadan. Jodha asks that what is Jalal painting, because the painting seems to look like it is a woman's painting, and from the tummy, it seems like a pregnant woman. Jalal says that Jodha is right because he was making Jodha's painting, but he couldn't make it. Maybe he hasn't understood Jodha fully. Jodha says that she has not also understand Jalal fully, and Jodha asks Jalal that can she also fast for Ramadan, but Jalal says no. Jodha asks that why, because if Jalal can fast, then she can fast as well. Jalal says that if Jodha starved the whole day, then who will take care of the child? And in Islam, it is prohibited for a pregnant woman to fast, but he promised Jodha that they will fast together next year after Jodha give birth, and Jodha says okay. Jodha says thank you to Jalal for not punishing and not beating that beast, referring to Khaibar. And Jalal says that Khaibar saved Jodha's life, and Jodha asked him to leave him, so he just put him in the jail. But he has asked them not to punish him. Jalal says that why is Jodha so concerned and talking about Khaibar when they should talk about angels and their children instead? Adgar calls Jalal, and Jalal says to Jodha that he have to go, so Jodha should take care of herself and their child, and Jalal leaves. Jodha thinks that she was doing the fast for Jalal, but the babies in her tummies are Jalal's children, and taking care of them is her responsibility. And Jodha smiles looking at the painting that Jalal was struggling with earlier. Jodha and Moti were going, and they heard the noise of someone screaming in pain, and Jodha asked the soldier about the noise, and the soldier says that the noise is coming from the jail. Sharifudeen was beating Khaibar in the jail, and Sharifudeen says that Khaibar is a fool to kidnap Jodha from the palace, and Sharifudeen beat Khaibar and says that how dare Khaibar touch Jodha. Sharifudeen says that Jalal might forgive Khaibar for this mistake, but he will not forgive Khaibar, and Sharifudeen beat Khaibar. Khaibar cries in pain, and Jodha comes there and shouted at Sharifudeen to stop. Jodha asks that what is Sharifudeen doing? Sharifudeen says that Khaibar tried to touch Jodha, so he needs punishment. Jodha says that but Jalal has ordered that nobody should punish Khaibar, so who is Sharifudeen to punish Khaibar? And if Jalal gets to know this, then he would not like it. Sharifudeen turns to Jodha and says that Jalal would not also like it, that Jodha came here to meet the beast called Khaibar, and Sharifudeen leaves while Jodha looks at Khaibar. Hamida says that she did not expect this from Jodha, and Ruqayyah says that how can Jodha go to meet Khaibar, because Khaibar is an animal, and Jodha had put Jalal's hair in danger. And to tell Hamida the truth, if she was in Jodha's place, then she wouldn't have done that, because first, Jodha fought in war after knowing that she was pregnant, and thank God that nothing happens to the children in her tummy. But now, what was the need to go to meet Khaibar? And Hamida angrily goes from there, and Ruqayyah smacks. Jodha asks the soldier to put medicine on Khaibar's wounds, but the soldier says that he is afraid of going close to Khaibar because he is a beast and he can kill anyone, and he suggests that even Jodha should go away from there. Jodha says okay, can the soldier bring hot water? And the soldier brings the water, and Jodha was going close to Khaibar, but the soldier says to Jodha that Jodha should not go close to Khaibar, and Jodha asks the soldier if he would order the Mughal queen, and the soldier keeps quiet. Jodha dips a cloth in the hot water and goes close to Khaibar, and Jodha looks at Khaibar and wipes his wound with the cloth. Khaibar cries in pain, and Hamida comes there and drags Jodha away from there, and Khaibar gets angry with Hamida and he shouted. Hamida says that Jodha have a responsibility, which is the Mughal hair, and she loves Jodha, but that doesn't mean that Jodha will break all the rules without limit. Hamida says that Khaibar is not good because he came to kill Jalal and he also took Jodha away from Harem, but Jodha is here busy taking care of a beast. Hamida says that Ramadan is going on and they are all praying for Jodha's child, but Jodha is so careless taking care of a beast. Jodha says that Sharifudeen was beating Khaibar even when Jalal ordered that they should not beat him, so she went there to stop Sharifudeen. Jalal comes there and says enough Jodha. Jalal says to Jodha that this kind of mistakes are not to be forgiven, and why did Jodha go to meet that beast? Jodha says that Jalal knows that the beast is not so bad because he saved her and she heard him screaming, so that was why she went there. Jodha says that it is Ramadan, so how can anyone torture another person? Jalal says that he doesn't know anything and he cannot tolerate this, so Ruqayyah should undo Jodha. Jodha feels pain in her tummy and Jalal asks that what happened. Ruqayyah says that Jodha is fasting and that is why she is having pain in her tummy. Jalal angrily says that he doesn't understand why Jodha is fasting, and he doesn't understand why Jodha cannot understand that the life of the children in her tummy are very important, and Jalal leaves from there angrily. Hamida says that Jodha should see now that Jalal is also angry, and Jalal did not like what she did, so Jodha should go to her room and rest, and Jodha leaves while Rukaya smiles because Rukaya was happy that Jalal shouted at Jodha. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching till the end, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like, don't forget to share it, don't forget to comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.